Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And my name is Catherine. So, Marco, today we're talking about rent and housing.
Right, we're actually going to be moving. We're going to be going to a new apartment or a new house. And so we're going to look at all the words related to this because sometimes it can be a real hassle, right? It can be really difficult.
Absolutely. Well, you love moving, right? You were telling me how much you love moving your stuff and negotiating a new lease.
Well, I like the negotiation of the lease, but not the moving aspect.
I don't think anyone likes moving.
Actually, I do like it at times because then you can just throw away so many things that you have no need for and you wouldn't throw away unless you moved.
So let's go check out today's dialogue to find out what happens to the characters.
Okay, that's fine. Bye.
What happened?
That's it. My lease is up. I have to move.
What? Why? Can't you renew it?
The owner apparently is selling this place to make way for the construction of a parking lot.
Well, I can help you pack. We should start looking for a new place for you ASAP.
I think I might move in with my parents for a couple of months until I can find something. You know how hard it is to find a decent place around here. I'm gonna have to put most of my stuff in storage for a while.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help out.
Actually, would you mind looking after my pet tarantula and snake for a couple of weeks?
Sure.
All right, we're back. So, well, it's not much of a big deal. I guess if you have your parents nearby, you can just move back in with your parents.
Easier said than done.
True. We'll get to that in a little bit, but let's take a look at the words that are used today in Language Takeaway.
Language takeaway.
All right, so this first one is an important one because generally when you're looking for a house or an apartment, there are two things you can do. You can buy a house or you can lease a house or apartment. Mm-hmm. So lease here, Marco.
It's basically to rent, right? Mm-hmm. It's a contract where you agree to pay a monthly or a quarterly fee for using that house or apartment.
So do you own your apartment or do you lease it?
No, mine, I lease.
Yeah,
I am not a home owner yet.
Right. So owning a home is a lot more expensive at one kind of period where you have to just pay in and you have maybe a mortgage. But leasing is just a monthly fee, like you said.
So in this case, they had to leave because their lease was expired.
Exactly. So you can, at the end of a lease, do one of two things. You can stop and you can find a new apartment or you can renew your lease.
All right. And that's our next word. To renew your lease basically means to
continue.
To continue.
And this is actually a good word because it can be used with any contract because really a lease is a kind of contract. Mm-hmm. And so I can say, I renewed my job contract.
Or maybe a magazine subscription.
Yeah.
You renewed your magazine subscription.
It's a way of saying that you've committed to paying for the next 6 months or 1 year.
Okay. Well, and after that, as we said, the person decided to move in with the parents. So move in.
Move in, well, we can say he moved his car. He put it in a different place. But to move in is actually to change houses or to change apartments. And you're literally moving your things in, you're moving your clothes in, you're moving into a new home. So you're living in a new place.
So in this case, this person is going to live with the parents. Move in. All right. And our next word is when you have to move, you have to pack.
Okay, so you can pack a lot of things. In this case, you're packing a box with all of your belongings, your books and your pillows and all that. But you can also pack a suitcase or you can pack luggage. So packing is putting things into something so that you can move them.
So you can carry them or take them somewhere.
Exactly.
So in this case, you have to pack your things, put them in boxes to take them to your new home. And our last word is an acronym when you said ASAP.
All right, snap. Come on, ASAP, Marco.
ASAP.
Describe this for us quickly.
All right. So ASAP is an acronym for as soon as possible.
Okay, so you often see this in the office on envelopes or emails.
Right.
So please respond ASAP, ASAP. This means please respond right away.
As soon as you can, as soon as possible. All right, so 5 great words that we've just taken a look at. Let's listen to our dialogue again, and we'll be right back.
Okay, that's fine. Bye.
What happened?
That's it. My lease is up. I have to move.
What? Why? Can't you renew it?
The owner apparently is selling this place to make way for the construction of a parking lot.
Well, I can help you pack. We should start looking for a new place for you ASAP.
I think I might move in with my parents for a couple of months until I can find something. You know how hard it is to find a decent place around here. I'm going to have to put most of my stuff in storage for a while.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help out.
Actually, would you mind looking after my pet tarantula and snake for a couple of weeks?
Sure.
All right, we're back and we have a couple of different phrases for you, so let's look at those now in Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
Our first one's a little bit unusual. We heard the phrase, my lease is up. So, Marco, let's talk about this phrase, to be up.
All right, so if something is up, as in this case, the lease, it means it's expired, it's finished, right?
So it's over.
It's over.
You can also say, our time is up.
Right.
If we have a meeting. So that's all the time I have. Time to go away.
Time is up. Very good. So it's always related to time or maybe a contract, as in this case, or your lease is up.
So it means over or finished.
All right, so moving on to our second phrase.
To make way for. All right, so this is a great one. This often makes me think of kings and queens in the old days. They say, make way for the king. So you have to
Get out of the way.
Yeah, get out of the way or to clear some space for them to move because there's too much stuff in the way. And so in this case, the owner of the apartment where the guy was living in is trying to make some space or make way for a parking lot.
Right, so he's basically going to sell the building or house and build a parking lot instead. So they are making way for the new parking lot.
They're clearing space. And this is actually really sad because my childhood home, they destroyed to make way for a larger, ugly, big
Building?
house. Yeah.
Really? See, it happens all the time. Now they're making way for malls and big buildings, and all of our little houses are destroyed. And, well, moving on to our last phrase, the person asked the friend if he would mind looking after the pet snake and tarantula.
I would mind.
You don't like snakes or tarantulas?
Well, I don't mind them as long as I don't live with them.
So would you mind? This is a nice way to start a sentence if you want to ask for a favor, right?
Exactly. So here's an alternative. Hey, Marco, can you do this for me?
I could, maybe.
I could say, Marco, would you mind doing this for me?
It's more polite.
It is more polite and it's a little bit gentler. Yeah.
So it's
And so-
nice. It's a nice way of asking someone for a favor.
Exactly. And that's why this is funny because the favor is not like, would you mind watching my kitty? The favor is, would you mind watching my poisonous pets?
Right. All right. So would you mind it? But in the end, the person agreed. So it works, right?
It does work. So would you mind, so listeners, would you mind listening to today's dialogue one more time at its normal speed before we come back to you and talk more about renting an apartment?
Hi, are you ready to listen to our story? Imagine this. You've been living in the same place for a few years, but suddenly everything changes. The owner tells you that your lease is up, and now you're forced to move. It's not something you were planning, and the thought of packing up all your things, finding a new place, and starting fresh can feel overwhelming. But what if, instead of feeling stressed, you saw it as an exciting new adventure? Moving can be a challenge, but it's also a chance to let go of the old and make room for the new. Whether you're moving to a new city or just across the street, the process is the same. You have to decide, do you want to stay in the place you've been, or is it time for something different? When you hear the words, your lease is up, it can feel like a punch to the gut. But it's also the perfect moment to take control of your life and make changes. After all, what do you really need? What can you get rid of? Moving helps you rethink your possessions and focus on what truly matters. Now, let's say you can't find the perfect place right away. What do? Maybe you decide to move in with family for a while. It's not ideal, but it's a step towards something better. Sometimes, going back to your roots can help you find the strength and clarity to take the next step. So, take a deep breath. Yes, moving can be difficult, but it's also an opportunity for a fresh start. A new home, a new chapter, a new beginning. You might think that moving is just about finding a new place, but it's so much more. It's about starting over, creating a space that truly feels like yours. When you start looking for a new place, there are so many things to consider. What kind of neighborhood do you want to live in? Do you want to be close to work or school? How much can you afford to pay each month? As you search for your next home, it's easy to feel frustrated. Finding the right place can take time. You might visit several apartments or houses, and they may not feel right. But that's okay. It's all part of the journey. Each visit teaches you more about what you want and need. Don't settle for a place that doesn't feel like home. Let's say you find a place that looks perfect. It's in the right location, it has the right number of rooms, and it fits within your budget. But here's where things can get tricky: negotiating the lease. This is where you'll talk about the price, the length of the contract, and any other important details. It's important to be clear about what's included and what's not. Are utilities included in the rent? What about maintenance? While it might seem stressful, this step is a chance to stand up for yourself and make sure you're getting the best deal. Don't be afraid to ask questions and make sure everything is clear before you sign the lease. Now that you've found a new place and negotiated the lease, the next step is the move itself. But before you start packing, take a moment to think about what's truly important. Moving isn't just about the physical items. It's about the memories, the experiences, and the new opportunities waiting for you in your new home. Now that you've found your new home and signed the lease, it's time to get ready for the move. It might feel like a lot of work, but moving can actually be a chance to simplify your life. Take a moment to think about everything you've accumulated over the years. Do you really need all of it? Maybe it's time to let go of things you no longer use or need. Start by sorting through your belongings. Pack the things that are most important first: clothes, personal items, and anything you use every day. For the rest, consider donating or selling items you don't need. It's a great way to reduce the clutter and make your new home feel lighter and more organized. When it comes to packing, use boxes that are sturdy enough to hold your items. It's better to overpack a box than to underpack it. Fill each box carefully, labeling it with what's inside. This will save you a lot of time when you get to your new place and start unpacking. Don't forget to pack your fragile items with extra care, and make sure they are wrapped up safely to avoid any damage. Moving is also a chance to organize your life. When you unpack, take the time to arrange your furniture and belongings in a way that feels comfortable and functional. You can take small steps to make your new space feel like home. Add a few personal touches, hang up your favorite pictures, and get cozy with the things you love. The process might seem overwhelming at first, but remember, it's just one step at a time. Take breaks when you need to, and don't forget to ask for help if you need it. Whether it's friends, family, or even hiring professional movers, there's no shame in getting a little assistance. After all, moving is a big job, and you deserve to make it as smooth as possible. As you start to settle into your new home, you might notice that things don't always go as smoothly as you hoped. You've unpacked most of your things, but there are still a few boxes left to go through. Maybe you realize that you forgot to buy a few essentials, or you can't find that one important item you need. It's normal to feel a little disorganized at first. Moving is a huge transition, and it takes time to adjust to a new space. But this is also a great opportunity to make your home truly your own. As you figure out where everything should go, you'll start to create a routine in your new environment. One thing to consider is how you want to organize your daily life in your new place. Do you want to set up a new schedule, perhaps for cleaning or shopping? Maybe it's time to try a new routine that will help you feel more settled and productive. During this time, you'll also start to think about the neighborhood. Are there grocery stores nearby? What about public transport or parks? Exploring your new surroundings is a fun part of moving. You'll meet new people, discover new places, and maybe even find a new favorite spot to relax. It might take a little time, but soon you'll feel like you belong. Also, don't forget about the little things. You'll want to make sure everything in your new home works properly, like the plumbing, the heating, and the electricity. It's always a good idea to do a quick check to make sure everything is in order. If you notice anything that needs fixing, it's best to address it early. So, even though the beginning might feel a bit chaotic, it's part of the process. You're building a new chapter in your life, and each small step brings you closer to feeling completely at home. As the days go by, you start to feel more comfortable in your new home. The boxes are mostly unpacked, and you've begun to settle into a routine. But there's something else that might be on your mind. How do you make this place truly yours? It's not just about where things go or how your furniture is arranged. It's about creating a space that feels like home. One of the first things you can do is personalize your space. Maybe you've brought a few plants from your old place, or you've hung up some artwork that makes you feel good. These small touches can make a huge difference. They add warmth, character, and personality to a place that might otherwise feel cold or unfamiliar. But personalizing your space goes beyond decoration. It's also about making sure your home reflects who you are. Do you love reading? Maybe you create a cozy corner with your favorite books. Are you a cook? Setting up a functional kitchen where you can experiment with new recipes might be a priority. Whatever makes you happy, it's important to integrate that into your home. Another thing that might come up as you settle in is dealing with unexpected challenges. Maybe the neighbor upstairs is too noisy, or you're still adjusting to a new commute. Moving isn't always perfect, but these small problems can be solved. If you're feeling unsettled, talk to your neighbors or take a different route to work. Small adjustments can make a big difference in how you feel about your new home. And don't forget to enjoy the process. Even though moving can be stressful, it's also a great chance to rediscover what you truly need, what you can live without, and how you want your life to look going forward. You have the chance to make fresh memories in a fresh space, and that's something worth celebrating. As you continue to adjust to your new home, you might start to realize that there's something special about this new beginning. It's not just the physical space that's changed, but your perspective on life. You've taken a big step, and that in itself is an achievement. Moving isn't easy, but it's a powerful reminder of your ability to adapt and grow. This is a perfect time to reflect on what you really want out of this new chapter. Maybe you've always wanted to explore new hobbies or make new connections. Well, now you have the space to do so. The environment you create in your new home can directly influence your energy and mindset. If you want to be more creative, maybe you set up a small art station or start a journal. If you want to focus more on your health, create a fitness corner or start cooking healthier meals. At this point, you might also begin to focus on the future. The move is behind you, and now it's time to think about what you want to build next. Do you want to meet new people in the area? Is there a new job you're interested in, or a class you've wanted to take? Take small steps every day toward these goals. The fresh start you've made is a great opportunity to align your living situation with your bigger life goals. One thing you'll also notice is that your new home gives you the freedom to truly make it your own, without the pressure of previous commitments or expectations. You might start to notice the quiet moments of joy, sipping coffee in your favorite spot, listening to the rain outside, or simply having a space to relax at the end of a long day. These moments are what make a house a home. As you move forward, remember that it's okay to take your time. Adjusting to a new place can take time, and that's perfectly fine. What's important is that you're creating a space that feels right for you, one step at a time. As the weeks pass, you start to feel more rooted in your new environment. The initial chaos of moving has faded, and you can now appreciate the small comforts that come with being in a new space. Whether it's the quiet mornings, the new view from your window, or the feeling of having everything in its place, you're beginning to find a rhythm. But with this newfound stability, there's still something exciting about the unknown. Living in a new place opens up countless possibilities. You might discover new places to visit in your neighborhood, or find new routines that make your life even more fulfilling. The freedom to explore your surroundings is one of the joys of starting fresh. Take the time to step outside and explore. Maybe you find a park where you can go for a walk, a cafe where you can read, or a small shop that sells something special. These simple discoveries make your new place feel like home. They connect you to the community around you and give you a sense of belonging. As you explore, don't forget to check in with yourself. Moving to a new place can be an emotional journey. There are moments when you miss the comfort of your old home or the familiarity of your previous neighborhood. That's normal. It's important to acknowledge those feelings, but also to embrace the opportunities this new place brings. One of the biggest benefits of moving is the chance to let go of the past. It's an opportunity to start over, to create a new story for yourself. Perhaps it's time to let go of old habits or take on new challenges. This fresh chapter in your life is your chance to rewrite the script and move toward the life you've always wanted. So, while there may still be moments of adjustment, don't rush the process. Allow yourself time to settle in and enjoy the journey. The newness of it all is part of the adventure. By now, you've started to feel comfortable in your new place, and the excitement of the move has settled into a peaceful routine. But with every new home comes the challenge of maintaining it. It's not just about the initial unpacking and setting up. Now it's about keeping things in order and ensuring that your home continues to be a space of comfort and tranquility. One thing you'll likely discover is how much the little details matter. The way you organize your kitchen, the way your bed is made, or even the smell of fresh flowers in the living room, they all contribute to the overall feeling of your home. It's the simple, everyday moments that make the biggest difference. A key part of keeping your home feeling welcoming is staying on top of small tasks. Regular cleaning and organizing can prevent things from piling up. Instead of waiting for things to get out of control, try setting aside a little time each day to tidy up. Maybe it's doing the dishes right after you eat, or folding laundry as soon as it's done. These small actions can make a big impact on the way you feel in your home. It's also a good time to think about how you can continue to improve your space. Perhaps there's a room you'd like to redecorate, or an area that could use a little more light. Adding personal touches and making small improvements will make you feel even more connected to your home. As you settle in, you may realize that your home is more than just a physical space. It's a reflection of you, a place where you can relax, recharge, and be yourself. This journey of settling in, of making your house a home, is a reminder that creating something beautiful takes time. You don't have to have everything figured out all at once. As the months go by, your home will continue to evolve. The more time you spend in it, the more you'll begin to understand what works for you and what doesn't. But that's the beauty of it. A home is always changing, just like you. As time passes, you begin to see just how much this new home has become a part of your life. It's no longer just a place to sleep or eat. It's a space where you've built memories, made new routines, and experienced the ups and downs of life. Moving, which once felt like a big challenge, has now led to a place of comfort and possibility. You might find that some of the things you thought were important during the move no longer hold the same value. You've learned what truly matters. Perhaps it's the people around you, the quiet moments of reflection, or the simple pleasures of daily life. Your home is not just the walls and furniture, but the experiences and the growth you've gained by being in it. And although this chapter might feel complete, there's always room for new dreams. You might want to explore more of your city, take a weekend trip, or even plan future changes in your home. A home is a living, breathing space, and just like you, it evolves with time. The beauty of a new home is the opportunity it gives you to continually recreate and redefine yourself. Whether you're sitting in the same chair, cooking in the same kitchen, or lounging on the same couch, every moment spent there adds to the story of your life. So, as you reflect on your journey from the first box packed to the last item placed, remember that moving was just the beginning. This home, this space, has been a stepping stone to something more. It's your canvas, and now, it's up to you to fill it with the memories and experiences that will shape your future. Thank you for being a part of English Podcast Zone. We hope this journey has inspired you, and we can't wait to bring you more stories to help you grow in your English learning.
Okay, that's fine. Bye.
What happened?
That's it. My lease is up. I have to move.
What? Why? Can't you renew it?
The owner apparently is selling this place to make way for the construction of a parking lot.
Well, I can help you pack. We should start looking for a new place for you ASAP.
I think I might move in with my parents for a couple of months until I can find something. You know how hard it is to find a decent place around here. I'm gonna have to put most of my stuff in storage for a while.
Well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help out.
Actually, would you mind looking after my pet tarantula and snake for a couple of weeks?
Sure.
All right, so moving in now, you have different stages in your life, right? When you move out, for example, you move out of your parents' home and you live on your own. And then maybe, like in this case, you would move back in with your parents. How do you see that happening?
I see it very often. My brother just moved back in with my parents.
Really?
Yeah, I think that it depends on the person, honestly. I mean, especially because the economy has really been suffering for the last year. A lot of people are doing this because, you know, in a lot of cities in America, you can spend $1,000 to $2,000 a month for an apartment to rent.
Right.
And that's a small apartment or a shared apartment. And so I understand this is it's a better option now than it was before because everyone wants independence.
Right.
But sometimes you just can't afford it.
Exactly. And it's a cultural thing because some people move out of their parents' home maybe for college. It's very common in the U.S. to study in another city or another state, right? And but then maybe coming back home and moving in with your parents. Or in other cultures, maybe they don't move out at all. Maybe they only move out once they're married.
Exactly. So a lot of people in China, I think in Shanghai specifically, don't move out of their parents' home until they're going to get married.
Right. Well, it does make sense in many big metropolis because, as you say, rent is expensive. Living on your own is expensive. And, well, you don't have anyone to share those costs with, like gas, water, electricity, even food, right? It's cheaper among more people.
And not to mention a little bit scary living on your own for the first time.
It is a little bit scary. What about having somebody move in with you? Maybe a roommate or a girlfriend or boyfriend?
Ooh, that's always the big step.
The big commitment.
The big commitment. You're in a relationship and you ask your partner to move in with you. It's the step before marriage, I guess.
Wow. There's nothing before that? Nothing before marriage?
No.
That's pretty much it.
You tell me. I don't know.
All right. That's all the time we have for today. But be sure to come to our website, EnglishPod.com. If you have any questions or any comments about this topic, we would be glad to have your input on it. And we'll see you guys there.
And if you have any suggestions for the step before marriage, please let us know because we're in the dark on this one. So until next time.
All right.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. A contract granting use of property.
Lease.
To cause something to continue to be effective.
Renew.
Wrap up.
Pack.
To put articles in a case or container for moving.
Pack.
A building or an area.
Place.
A space for storing goods.
Storage.
Take care of.
Look after.
To create space for something else.
Make way for.
As soon as possible.
ASAP.
Good.
Decent.
Take care of.
Look after.
Let's try that faster. Wrap up.
Pack.
Good.
Decent.
As soon as possible.
ASAP.
A contract granting use of property.
Lease.
Take care of.
Look after.
To put articles in a case or container for moving.
Pack.
To create space for something else.
Make way for.
Take care of.
Look after.
to cause something to continue to be effective.
Renew.
A building or an area.
Place.
A space for storing goods.
Storage.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Lease. We are only leasing the apartment for 1 year. Lease. I didn't buy the car. It's a lease vehicle. Lease. According to your lease, you'll have to pay a fine for destruction of property. Make way for. Make way for the king. Make way for. We'd better make way for that ambulance. Make way for. The company reduced its stock to make way for the new products. ASAP. I want you to clean up this mess ASAP. ASAP. Get back to me ASAP about the details of the deal. ASAP. If we don't finish this project ASAP, we could be fired. Decent. The city government was full of decent, hard-working people. Decent. The car is decent enough. It gets me from point A to point B. Decent. This is a matter of common decency. You should really apologize for your behavior. Look after. We're looking after my friend's dog this week. Look after. Can you look after my daughter while I'm away? Look after. I put Mary in charge of looking after the Jones account.